What's this is how I start my vlogs sometimes.
Oh yeah, you put your phone up?
Yeah.
So you don't have to bother with
Sane.
naming files.
Yeah. So, I just want to thank you guys for all your hard work and your talent and your energy. It's much appreciated. It's going to a good cause. I tried to make you feel welcome and appreciated and supported through this whole thing, and you guys did an incredible job. That toilet is like
shit.
Yeah, it is. It's just fucking badass. Yeah, so you guys did a good job. Yeah, I just wanted to express my gratitude. Thanks. That's off to you.
Thank you for the appreciation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I hope you
show up and play off of the personality that I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
And make cool shit happen, you know, and integrate that.
Yeah.
So that it's like, hell yeah, like custom art.
Yeah. You can see what this place can be.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's badass.
Yeah, it's already beautiful.
Yeah.
I can't believe how many animals visit it.
You've been checking out animals? Yeah.
Yeah.
There's bear, and there's coyote, and there's raccoon, and
Alive.
deer, and
Yeah,
wild
there's
turkey.
Scorpion and lizard.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hawks. And
I
I
catch.
saw a long-tailed gray squirrel over there.
Oh, really?
Super long tail.
Those are the good kind. There's the other kind that they're called squats, and they live mostly. Well, I call them squats, half squirrel, half rat. They live on the ground. They don't climb in the trees, and they live like in burrows and shit. And they're like beggars, and they destroy shit. And the tree squirrels, they run around in the trees and they eat the fruit.
I've never seen that squirrel with such a big tail. It's
Yeah.
huge, long and gray.
It's the gray squirrel, yeah. Then there was a pair of red-tailed hawks here earlier today.
And watching the vultures swirl.
It's awesome, huh?
And the
Squats. Well,
manzanita.
we'll figure out what they're good for.
So, I think I'm going to try and get all that cleared. And then when you come back, you can park your van there. It would be nice if you could have a bike. If you could have,
That would be
if
really
you could have
nice.
wheels.
Yeah.
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 And then, because it's very taxing and draining to have my car be,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, what everyone uses. It's like, I mean, their cars are expensive and all that stuff, you know, it all wears on it, you know. So, I mean, you see I have that mechanic coming, comes almost every week. Works a few hours, you know, because I got to keep the fleet up, you know. So, yeah, I'll keep my eye out. If you say I got money, I bet I can help you get one. Especially if you get a wrap, get something to put it on there, because you want to just go and get it. You know what I mean? You don't want to fuck around. You want to go and ride it and see that it's good and buy it right away without, because when you find one, you should jump on it right away, because other people are looking too. They're nice. They're real expensive new, so people want to buy them used.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are like, I bought this thing, I thought I was going to use it, and never used it. You know, it's sitting in the garage. I got this bill I got to pay. I could turn this into cash, and you know.
That's what I'm holding out for.
You gotta have the money though. If you got cash, you could deal, man.
Yeah,
It's nice.
If you have cash.
You show up with $100 bills. My bike was in showroom condition when I bought it, and the Blue Book was what was it? What did I pay? I paid $2,800 for it, and the Blue Book was $56.
Wow.
Yeah, because I had 20. He wanted 31, and I came in and looked at it. I said thanks for showing it to me. I called him. I said I got $2,800 right now, and he's like, I'm gonna hold out. 2 days later, he called me. He says, come get it. Showed up with $2,800 bills. Drove that fucker home. It was Blue Book 5600. It was showroom condition when I got it. I put my wear in it. I always wear the shit out of them.
Yeah, you get your money's worth.
I've always had these kind of bikes. Yeah. From the time I was like 15, I always had a motorcycle. There was the years when when I stopped driving truck until I went viral, I didn't have a motorcycle. I was too poor. That was my threshold. You know what I mean? It was like I was sub what my comfort level of living is. I didn't have a motorcycle for a few years, but I was busy. I was trying to lose weight and do the cage fighting and stuff. That consumed me. Yeah, for like a couple years. I would go 3 times a week to jiu-jitsu.
Well, I think this place has a lot of promise, and you have enough momentum within you that you're attracting people
Yeah.
to build this place into whatever we.
See, but the thing is, I was never gonna do it.
Yeah,
I'm happy-
exactly. You need
right.
some new energy.
Yeah, I'm doing what I want to
But
do.
you're
It's
still
fun.
an anchor.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm happy to facilitate. I'm happy to help, but I'm not gonna be the one thinking shit up.
Yeah.
Except for stuff like the bathroom. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah, you can do.
but you know what? That shit, the way it went was all like fucking preordained. I mean, I went and got that tank 10 years ago. And didn't know what I was gonna do with it.
Until you were stricken.
Yeah,
Inspiration.
I've been paying attention to sort of like your attitude of how you were this, I don't know, overseer of a piece of land or a thing that maybe you didn't fully understand, and you're a servant of God, and obviously that was your image that you saw. That was what drove you from the very beginning. Was God is watching over you, and that I really appreciate.
Yeah, well, the timing of the way, it's like I just sent an email saying how I felt like I was Noah, and the house fills with color, and I step up. I'm holding my camera in front of me, and I'm actually on the inside the house when it starts, and I walk out here and walk out that way, and when I get to, there was a big tree there because it was in the way. When I get to it, I can see the whole thing. It feels like someone pushes me to the ground, and I'm knocked down to the ground and still trying to hold the camera. So God touched me and knocked me down, said, "You're not going to stand in my presence," and spoke to and through me. And that's why it's affected humanity the way it has.
Yeah.
I mean, right when you say you're like Noah, and then there's fucking eyeball thing. I mean, it was so bright and vivid. It looked like an eyeball. And I'm like, because when you look in the camera lens, like the old time, you would sometimes see your reflection of your eye. And I was like, that's what that looks like. It flashed on me. That looks like an eyeball. And then I keep seeing it too in the moon and shit. Yeah.
There's some light. flickering.
Right? Remember?
Yeah, that was really cool.
What did we see in the moon?
There was like a cloud over it, and then the mountain ridge under it, and it was like the moon was just right in the middle of it.
It looked like an eye, right?
It's like we're up and we're in an advantage point to be able to see through so much horizon.
Yeah.
You get a lot of phenomena.
Yeah. So, this place should be run with a lot of communication. I think communication is vital, whether you're having, negative thoughts and our feelings, if you're going to complain, you should complain in a way that's going to either resolve it or get it known. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Part of the learning to get to know people process is
Yeah.
to figure out how to even structure your complaint.
Yeah, like the other night I couldn't express why this couldn't happen. I just knew that I just knew that it needed not to. But once we fixed the reason why I was having problems, it was like, okay, it's all right. But I didn't know how to in the moment convey that shit. But we got through it pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's capture it all, share it all.
We talked to them.
What's Lilia doing?
She's working. She doesn't want to be disturbed.
This might be our goodbye meeting.
This is our meeting. This is our like first chapter kind of
Goodbye.
wrap up sort of.
Well, it's good. Whoa. Damn. See that?
Figure something out.
I kind of have like a personal story experience that I feel like I relate to yours, and kind of what has driven me and motivated me to do what I'm doing, and it isn't really is a long story that has made me end up in this same space as you.
Yeah.
And like, 'cause you had, like you said, you had this spiritual moment.
Yeah.
And I'm not a particularly religious person.
Yeah, me neither.
Because I come from such a.
I know, we're in the same boat.
Yeah, we
We're in the
started
same
to talk
boat.
about it earlier.
Yeah.
I come from a heavily religious area where that doesn't have as much true like meaning behind it. It's very kind of just the typical rhythms of life.
Yeah.
Sold out a long time.
Yeah, so it's like, so I kind of come to that, a lot of similar religious
Spirituality.
Spirituality,
Yeah.
I don't even know what those
Thinking.
Yeah,
Spirituality
I
thinking.
guess you could say.
Yeah.
From very real, raw, dirt, numbers kind of a, place.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I built this place years ago that it was the first project I ever did that was larger than myself.
Yeah.
It wasn't just a personal project.
Yeah.
And it was my first, daily reminder that doesn't matter what I want to do, it's going to take more than me.
Yeah, yeah.
And maybe you could call that a spiritual experience, right?
Well, you're acting as a servant. When you act as a servant, you open yourself up to spirituality.
Yeah.
That's good shit.
Well, it was kind of crazy because like I used to wander around just like keeping track of stuff and putting on these events and building this place, and people would say, "Who's that homeless guy wandering?" 'Cause I had this dirty robe on. I'm like, they're like, "Oh, that's the owner." That's what they'd say. And I wasn't the owner. I was just a guy that rented the place and kept it going. But yeah, everyone's like trying to protect the place, and maybe they're worried about that one weirdo running around, But it was kind of funny because like when I got out of the place, my first opportunity to do anything, because I was so consumed by it, was to go to a local festival, a regional Utah Burn, and one of the organizers, because it went on the news and it was this big deal in town, and one of the organizers wanted to ban me from the event.
Really?
Never met me before.
Wow.
Wanted to ban me and the guy who sort of instigated it all, who got me shut down.
Wow.
Yeah. But I'd made friends with one of the original organizers of the event. They're like, "No, you can't do that. You don't even know this guy." And I went to the event, whatever, did my thing, and then the next year I talked to the lady, and they were organizing the event for the next year, and I was like, "So you're the one who wanted to ban me?" She's like, "Yeah, we should go to coffee." So I meet her to go to coffee like a couple of days later, and I realized she'd
That's sweet.
she'd she got involved with the event because she'd lost her job and she was gonna lose her house.
Yeah.
And she got involved with this community art project event to see if she could make a living to be able to save her house.
Yeah.
She's like, "Well, I'll run everything, I'll do whatever. Can we try to make my house payment with it?" Right?
Yeah.
This is what she told me at the coffee shop meeting.
Yeah.
and still not knowing who I am. I'm just the guy that was on the news last year that she was worried might interfere with the event, just because I was this unknown.
Yeah.
Have you shown Barry your Fox News? That'd be funny to see.
Yeah.
And
It's really funny.
so we hung out at the coffee shop for hours because she didn't have anywhere to be. She was unemployed, and I was, figuring my stuff out. So I just hung out at the coffee shop for hours.
Yeah.
And she told me she had a dream. She had a dream, and in her dream, she had a vision of a lotus. Lotus is a standard, symbol for creation.
Yeah.
She had a vision of a lotus, and then she had a vision of other people building it for her. Okay? So she didn't have a specific vision of creation. She had the most symbol version. But she had a vision of creation.
Yeah.
And she's getting involved with an art community to get a festival going to try to save her house.
Yeah.
And she's telling this story to an artist who builds festivals, who builds houses, who doesn't have a house anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
And not even aware of the irony of it all.
Yeah.
So it's just very interesting when and she was a secretary. Her name was Tara. She called herself Secretara. She was very she was probably an amazing secretary.
Yeah.
But it didn't quite dawn on her that she was asking a homeless artist, home builder, to build a festival so that she can save her house.
Yeah.
Like how weird that was. And I didn't even bring it up. I was just drinking my coffee going, wow, this is weird. And I don't know, she's kind of been on the outskirts ever since, and I've just been doing my own thing ever since. And wondering, when I run into people that are because it's really easy to get really good ideas. Me and Steven had a conversation earlier, and get so caught up in the details of an idea and the vision of it, whether it was inspired by God or logic or whatever.
Yeah.
And then forget that it had nothing to do with you in the first place.
Yeah.
It was all of those people, and you were that facilitator to just make it happen.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what drives me. When I meet people, they're like, are they caught up in the idea, or do they realize that God is, like they say, God is in the details. God is in your community. God is in all those people that show up to make it happen. That's God, right? That's the reality of the vision. You know what I mean? And so when I meet people that are just so in the moment, they're so connected to reality and the moment and their community and their friends and the people that show up, that's real.
Yeah.
The more real you can make that vision, the more likely you are to make that vision.
Yeah.
The more connected you are to each other and the experience as it's happening, without letting the details of it let your mind wander from the reality.
Yeah.
That's what drives me. I think that's where beautiful things happen. Well, I'm excited by people that are just they're they're deep. Their knees are in their dirt, and they're just doing it because they're living it. They are like if it's God, if it's operating through them, they are living the vision, the idea, the whatever they are.
It's easy to be connected to spirit here, right? Because we're in nature, you see all the animals. It just puts you in a frame of mind where it's not even religion. It's just you're connected to the universe, You don't have cars driving by and horns and people yelling and all kinds of noise, You're just out here in nature. and it
So
just
cool,
it just
'cause
flows,
It
right?
seems simpler, but it's also so much more complex.
Yeah. There's very
It's
different kind.
infinitely more complex than human society.
It really, really helps to open up your mind to be up high like this and be able to see. It lets the creative energy flow.
Well, it's cool because it's like wherever you are, you can watch, but you can also be watched.
Yeah.
You know, there's
Yeah.
there's always things that are watching you. So
Yeah.
there's always something above you. But
Yeah.
you're always above other things, so everything's seeing each other. So it's like there's no.
Yeah, but when you're down there,
Yeah.
it doesn't feel the same.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It feels a little closed in. You don't feel as creative. For sure. The creative energy flows when you have this view.
I really want to take a hike to that ridge. Like next time I come.
Take a bike.
Yeah. I hiked this way today.
The road's real nice.
Yeah,
It goes
but
up in,
I couldn't get very far.
the road goes up into the forest.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And you guys just went to the property line up here, huh? Yeah.
So the fire was like right over there?
There's on this mountain right here, man.
That one?
Right, yeah, you can see the burn shit over there. Dude, it was just like,
right there.
that thing went up like a volcano while I was on the phone to CNN. And then CNN sent a news crew here, and Fox came the next day to do stories of me right here. When CNN came, I had my laptop up there, and I had the big screen, and I had like my keyboard and shit. I had like a whole command center, and they were like, "Holy shit!" They filmed all that. They filmed me typing out. Yeah. Because like I'm filming everything, I'm putting stuff in my computer, you know, I'm doing it all right there in my front yard. And then there's fruit on this tree, man, just all ripe, and they're filming it.
Nice. Nice.
That was the trip, man.
Is the rainbow gonna go up in flames? Find out tonight on CNN.
Yeah, the local Fox affiliate, when I went viral, they did a real big story on me. And when the fire came, they came up here and did another story on me. I got those stories too. They're good.
That's cool. Yeah, because now the world sees that you can be a mouthpiece.
Yeah. It gave me some kind of voice. And I have like I have the authority to speak on things. You know, like I spoke at MIT. When I landed in Boston, I checked into my hotel and I walked outside, and there was a newspaper on a bench, and I was on the front cover of the Boston Globe when I landed in Boston. Right? I made a video of it. The paper's in there.
I love your attitude with it all. 'Cause, you know, it's so good.
It's just so intense. It's like, it's insane. It's hilarious.
It
Because
is.
I
Yeah.
see how fame and like that kind of thing would destroy a lot of people.
Oh yeah, but see, it flows through
Yeah,
me
yeah,
because it's
it's
not
like-
about me. I don't claim it.
Yeah,
You know, it's about the message that I'm giving. Yeah.
that's awesome. It's
So when you do it like that, it's just like it doesn't drag you down like some of these people like Justin Bieber or some, you know what I mean? That kind of fame and power, if you claim it, it's just like holding on to something that's hot, you know?
Yeah, you can't take it too seriously. It'll ruin you.
Yeah.
Go straight to your head.
Yeah, it's got to warp your head. Yeah. Yeah, you know, I was thinking, a friend of mine did a video with him, a good friend of mine who came and has come here a lot of times and filmed here. And he said that it got me thinking, and I was like, I wish I could give him some advice. I would tell him to act as a servant and give his talent to humanity. And he would be all right, but who knows? Because he's worked hard. He's done a lot of good stuff. I mean,
exactly. He kind of is caught in this, like, all these people that want to rip him apart.
yeah, everyone wants a chunk of you. I see that too. Everyone wants a piece of what you got. You know. For me, it was always like a switch. I was either supposed to do it or I wasn't supposed to do it. I didn't do Taco Bell. I didn't do Long John Silver's. I didn't do Pepsi.
Oh no shit, you turned them down?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and I've never put any ads on the Double Rainbow video. I turned down like probably 50, 60 grand.
Wow.
I wanted.
block your view. I mean, come on.
I wanted to give my most popular piece of art to humanity for free, unencumbered by ads. Right? It stands out from all the other videos because of that.
Yeah, you probably get better views.
Well, you know, it sucks having to watch a commercial and there's an ad on it. I mean, a video and there's an ad on it. You know, you
At
gotta.
least put it to the
Gonna make-
side, for Christ's sake. Yeah, I mean,
Well, it just makes you doubt the integrity.
yeah, it does
Right.
make you wonder what inspired in the first place.
Right, right. So, but it was real clear for me right away that, you know, I'm not supposed to do that. YouTube contacted me right away and to monetize it, you know, like they didn't get it. They're like,